Hey, what's up guys, it's Rory, and today I'm going to be showing you guys a new game called The Wall. This game is a team-based shooter in which teams have time before the walls drop, get destroyed, or built over to prepare by collecting resources, building their base, and putting down traps, and of course stockpiling weapons. This is a very new indie game developed by one person alone, so even though I really do enjoy this game, it's got its technical flaws and bugs that he's working very hard to remove and fix. I'm going to give you the basic rundown of the game, as it is somewhat difficult to learn by yourself, and I'll be showing you all of the essential skills I've learned so far in my time of playing the game. The map I'm showcasing is Abandoned Desert. However, not all the maps in the game play the same. The wall will come down in a different way or at a different time in each map. The game begins in a 5v5 arena with a massive wall separating the two teams. The first thing that you're going to want to do whenever you spawn in is use your generators. This can be done by going to the tab menu and clicking on the items tier 1 section. There is two generators, the mineral generator and the wood generator, each of which you can place two of. And you should place both of both types. They're very important in the late game and mid game. These can be upgraded by using the hammer, and in turn will give you more wood or minerals per few seconds. Speaking of resources, let's talk about energy. Energy is the little purple things at the bottom of your screen that you seem to gain at a fixed rate. However, this is not the case, as energy gain rate increases with your main generator's level. Energy is a unique mechanic in this game, as it powers your guns, health stations, and even some of your equipment. That being said, it can run out very fast if you don't manage it well. For example, energy is used when reloading and using a healing station, so therefore you might need to save bullets and don't reload unless absolutely necessary. Don't always heal fully, as you can overheal. With those couple tips, it will help a lot with managing your energy. And I promise you, you don't want to be in the middle of the other team's side with no energy, not being able to reload or heal. Now for one of the most important parts of this game is farming for resources. There's 3 farming tools, each of which serves a certain purpose. The hatchet is very useful at the moment for destroying these presents that spawn in the beginning with tons of resources. However, the presents are part of the Christmas update and will be gone soon. The pickaxe is great for mining materials, and the shovel is perfect for building trenches, making a sand fort, and destroying trees. Yep, digging out the underside of a tree will net you tons of wood and is much faster than chopping it with your hatchet. Along with chopping trees, the shovel, as I said, can be used to dig ditches, and when you right click with it, as long as you have a little bit of sand saved up, you can put back some sand, making a small pile of sand to hide behind. This can be used to create fortresses, trenches. Once you have enough resources, head over to the main generator. This is the most important part of the game, as it acts as your main base, respawn point, and energy generator. But along with upgrading the health and energy gain from the generator when leveled up, you earn access to new weapons and equipment that will help you bring down the enemy's base in the long run. Because this generator is very important, it should be a top priority in the early game before the walls drop. At the current point in the game, level 3 is the goal to hit, as there's not too many advantages for hitting level 4, due to the lack of new equipment at that stage. However, it is being worked on by the developer. When preparing for the walls to drop, essentially starting the war, be sure to make a base around your generator in order to protect it, and to have somewhere safe to spawn in. So to start, you want to equip the blue building plan and right click to reveal the menu of the building blocks. There's currently 9 pieces, but at the moment I don't really understand the elevators, so I'm not going to try to go into depth on those. In order to lay out your base, you must have at least 3 things: foundations, walls, and ceilings. To start off, place 3 walls and a doorway around your main generator and top it off with a ceiling. Note that enemies cannot open your doors, so don't worry about that. Then after you place these pieces, be sure to upgrade them at least to stone, as it's the core of your base, so trust me, you want it to at least be stone. After this, you can basically do whatever you want with your base. You can make it a 10-story tower with a bunch of different windows and shooting floors. You can make it a massive castle if you want to invest a ton of resources into it, or save resources and make a sand wall all around with traps, turrets, and someone staying back to guard it. Now for the fun part, guns. In order to craft a gun, press tab and select the Gen 1, Gen 2, or Gen 3 section of the weapons based on how many resources you have and what level your main generator is. The higher level your main generator is, the more weapons you have access to and the more expensive these weapons become. Simply click on the weapon when you have enough materials, click purchase, and it will craft it for you. The tier 3 weapons are obviously the best, But don't underestimate the single shot water pipe shotgun, the revolver, and the Glock, as they can be extremely useful in certain scenarios. If you ever happen to be low HP in a fight and have a few resources to spare, go to the Gen 2 items tab in the tab menu and spawn in a health station. These health stations can be placed in any buildable area regardless of whether or not there's a foundation or not. All you have to do is walk up to it and press the interaction key, normally E, and it should give you HP. But be careful because it costs energy each time. Now that you have a basic understanding of preparation and combat, the last point I need to get to is the raiding. Raiding is a part of the game when you use one of your many tools at your disposal in order to blow up the enemy base and destroy their generator, winning the game for your team. In the crafting menu, or the tab menu, there's currently 4 explosive items that are able to take out all sorts of structures, and a flamethrower that can only take out wood structures. Each of the 4 explosives serve a different purpose. The thermite charge can be used for a cheap, quiet, early game breach of a wall in a map like Mall, or to bust through a structure after you've cleared enemies out. It takes a very long time to explode and can be shot off the wall if given the opportunity. The C4 is a higher damage, more reliable explosive that takes less time to explode, makes noise, and also takes a longer time to be shot off. The thermite charge, I believe, takes 1 shot from most guns, and the C4 takes 3 or 4, up to 5. This is very useful for taking out the enemy team's final layers of walls because it does so much damage. And then, of course, lastly, the generator. The rocket launcher is a much safer, however more expensive option for raiding, as it takes a good chunk of materials to craft, but also takes a ton of energy per shot. Last but not least is the mortar. This is a tier 3 equipment and is the only tier 3 equipment in the game at the moment. This can be used to hit targets at a massive distance away and can shoot over large walls and even destroy structures. However, each shot the mortar takes, you must consume a little bit of energy and crystals, so be very careful with your management of the mortar. This is my personal favorite because it's so much fun to use, and you can even use it from behind a wall and just lob mortars from across the map. As a quick note for everyone, the structures did not take any damage as they were my own for the sake of the video. Every explosive destroys a wood wall in 1 hit, so don't be thinking that the wood walls are just ridiculously strong. Alright guys, those are essentially the basic mechanics of the wall, and I'll be making a new video soon on some more advanced things such as skills, attachments, and some more strategies, but for now, this is the wall.